They say people die from disease, from aging, from a tired heart. But the truth? Many die from something far more silent. The absence of touch, closeness, and real companionship. Not just romantic touch, but emotional intimacy. The feeling that someone sees you, hears you, holds space for who you are now, not who you used to be. And after 60, when the world grows quieter, that absence can kill. You can eat right, walk every day, take your medications on time. But if you go to sleep each night with an untouched hand and an untold story, your body knows. Your cells feel it. Loneliness, after a certain age, is not just painful, it's fatal. Studies show it increases the risk of early death more than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's not a metaphor. That's your reality if you're not careful. Because here's what happens. The older we get, the more we start pulling away. We lose friends. We bury parents. Our children get busy. And if you've lost your partner, or worse, you're still with them but emotionally miles apart, that void grows larger every year. You stop being touched, not just physically but emotionally. And the body keeps score. The heart shrinks. The mind dims. And suddenly, 80 seems far. There's something deeply healing about being held by someone who knows your scars, who's seen you break and still chooses you. When that's gone, many men, especially older men, become quiet sufferers. They laugh less, eat alone, fall asleep facing the wall. But they won't admit it, because they're proud, because they think vulnerability is weakness. But I'll tell you what's weak, pretending you don't need anyone. Let me tell you about Robert. He was 72, widowed, retired Navy. Lived alone, did everything right, walked daily, avoided sugar, took his meds. But every time he came home, he opened the door to silence. He told himself he liked it. Until one night, he collapsed in the kitchen. Heart attack. When the doctors asked about his lifestyle, they found no red flags, except one. No social contact. No close relationships. Not even a pet. You see, a man can live without money, but he cannot live without meaning. And meaning often lives in the eyes of the people who love you, not the ones who tolerate you. The ones who light up when you enter the room, who make your coffee just right, who still brush their fingers across your shoulders when they pass. That kind of love, companionate, intentional, present, is the medicine most prescriptions can't provide. Science is finally catching up to what the soul already knows. Touch lowers blood pressure. Laughter strengthens immunity. A kiss can stabilize heartbeat rhythm. But most importantly, feeling connected gives the brain a reason to stay alive. When the heart has something or someone to beat for, it beats longer. When it doesn't, it checks out early, quietly, in the night, and no one knows until it's too late. And yet, so many older couples stop touching. Not because the love is gone, but because routine took its place. They sleep beside each other, but haven't kissed deeply in months. They share meals, but not feelings. They know each other's habits, but not their pain. And when that emotional erosion begins, it doesn't make noise. It just quietly steals years. And joy. And life. You want to live past 80? You want to do more than survive? Then feed your relationships. Especially the one that shares your bed, or used to. Because the real anti-aging formula is intimacy. Not pills. Not potions. Not kale. It's closeness. It's the courage to say, I miss being held. Or let's take a walk and talk like we used to. Those moments extend your life more than any supplement ever will. And if you're single, that doesn't mean you're doomed. Companionship doesn't have to be romantic. A neighbor who brings you soup. A grandchild who asks for your stories. A dog who waits by the door. Connection is connection. What matters is that your heart stays in motion. That someone looks at you and says, you matter. Still, because we don't die when the body stops. We die when no one sees us anymore. Now here's something no one tells older men. Your emotional life matters. Deeply. If you're lonely, talk about it. If you miss your late wife, speak her name out loud. If you feel disconnected from your partner, open the conversation, even if your voice trembles. Because the people who live the longest are not the ones who avoid death, but the ones who fully choose life, with all its vulnerability. Think about the last time someone really hugged you. Not a polite pat on the back. A real hug. The kind that says, "You're not alone. I've got you." That moment, even if it was years ago, probably still lives in your bones. That's how powerful human closeness is. And the older you get, the more urgently your body needs it. Not just to feel good, but to stay alive. And yes, aging brings aches. It brings losses, but it also brings wisdom. And if you share that wisdom with others, if you show up with your full heart, you create ripples that outlive you. That's how legacy is built. Not through money or medals, but through moments. Quiet dinners, long walks, a shared sunset. Those are the things you carry into your 80s and beyond, not your cholesterol score. So don't wait. Don't wait for the right time to reach out. Don't wait for your partner to make the first move. Don't wait for your son or daughter to call. You be the one who initiates. Because connection, like health, doesn't happen by accident. It happens through brave, small actions. A text, a kiss on the forehead, a question that goes deeper than, "How are you?" If you want to live long, love deep. If you want to stay young, stay curious about the people you care about. And if you want to avoid the slow death that takes too many men in their 70s, remember this. The opposite of aging is not youth. It's intimacy. It's knowing and being known. It's touching and being touched. Without it, even a strong heart forgets why it should keep beating. So tonight, reach for the hand next to you, or call the friend you've been avoiding, or just sit quietly with someone and be there. Because in the end, it's not how many steps you walked or how much kale you ate. It's how deeply you connected with the people who mattered. That's what keeps you alive. That's what makes 80 not a finish line, but a milestone on the way to even more life. If this message spoke to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love, someone who needs to hear this. And drop a comment below. Who's the person you're going to reconnect with this week? We want to hear your story, because your story might just help someone else live longer, love harder, and age with grace. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, because this channel isn't about aging quietly. It's about living loudly, living fully, together. And your next chapter starts right now.